But really, if two people are on the same page and on the same accord, no matter the type of relationship, the other person genuinely wants to make things work, I feel it's nothing that you cannot work through with proper communications. Now, we've also talked about that reason, season, lifetime, right? You have people that come to your life for a reason. Sometimes it's a season, and then you have people that are meant to be there for a lifetime. And as you grow in life, there's some people that want to grow, and then some people that are okay staying where they are. And it can be difficult sometimes, especially when you really feel connected to a person, that you start growing apart and in different directions. And for me, I think the mature thing to do is just to have a conversation about it. And if things are not, you don't want to be in a position where, because sometimes people stay and try to hold on to something too long, then it ends up being in a negative and they're not even able to maintain any type of connection, because it got to a place nobody talked about it and somebody blew up, and then just as quickly as it began, it ended. So I believe that I don't take some connections by chance, because there's some connections you just know they're meant to be. Now, is that connection meant to last a lifetime? Only time is going to tell in those situations like that. I always say celebrate, don't cry because something ends. Be happy that you had it, because there was a time in your life that you thought that was exactly what you needed. And for that period in your life, that connection may have very well been exactly what you needed. But then as time goes on, people move out of the way so other people can continue to come in, and maybe that a new person has to come in to help you grow to the next level. So there is levels to this and levels to a life. And you've heard the saying, for every level that you hit, there's going to be a new devil that comes around. So that's just something to consider, to talk about. Like, why are people afraid to communicate? Why do people shy away from having adult conversations about their feelings, expressing how they feel? And you can tell, whenever you express your feelings, if the other person isn't receptive, or they kind of give off the air like they don't care, sometimes that's the answer that you need, that you're seeking for. We're not going to pretend there aren't people that use people and try to take advantage of people. And I've seen that cause people to be bitter. People that are always open and giving, because they run into a person that was taking advantage of them, and it causes them to shut down. It's like, don't shut down. Don't change who you are. Just change who's around you. Don't be afraid to walk away from situations that no longer serve you. And don't be afraid to speak up to yourself, because your feelings are valid. If a person truly cares about you and they care about continuing your connection, then they'll be receptive to it and listen, and you can work together to come up to a solution. Sometimes it's just a misunderstanding, right? Sometimes people get tired, or they're in their feelings. And sometimes when you make assumptions, it's not necessarily what the situation is, not necessarily what's real. So just wondering if anybody's has those situations in their life where they feel like those around them don't really care about them. And they feel like they're always constantly pouring out to other people, but not get anything in return. Speak up and share. Your feelings are valid. Make yourself heard. And if the other person truly cares, they will listen, and maybe you can come together with a solution. And sometimes the solution is, we're not a good fit, be it business, personal. Family is family, right? But sometimes, there's family members you have to love from a distance. So 2024, focus on what it is you need to get to the next level and what's going to make you happy. You're out there making sure everybody around you is good and making sure they're happy. It's time to turn the focus on you and figure out what's going to make you happy. And if a situation is no longer serving you, have the courage to walk away. So